you shine.
Sparkle. Sparkle. Hello, everyone.
Hi, everybody.
I'm Steve.
And I'm Mark.
And this is Smokey, Steve, and Mark.
Oh, why, yes, it is.
Welcome or welcome back.
Yes, nice to see you.
Happy hump day.
Yes, it's Wednesday. We
Hump
made
day.
it. Halfway through the week.
Thank God.
Yes. What's the magic time?
12:45. My work week is officially half over at 12:45 p.m. on any given Wednesday, assuming there are no holidays.
Yeah.
Because if I had Friday off, then it would be Tuesday at 4:30.
Yeah.
My workday is 9 to 4:30, usually.
Yeah.
And I don't technically get a lunch break. It's a working lunch.
Like a working
sort
lunch,
of.
especially
you know.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if work happens from 12 to 12:30, I still have to do it.
Yeah.
It's
you were busy today.
Yeah, today
Yeah.
was a lot talking to people. It was a side job from another department.
Mm. And I was just camped out on the couch, you know.
Yeah, doesn't he look good for methotrexate day
Oh yeah,
after?
today is methotrexate day, and so I was mopey and on the. But you know what? It only lasted like literally half the day.
Yeah, it used to be a day and a half. Then it was a day, and then it was into the evening, and that was like just the afternoon.
Now it's just the afternoon. Yeah, so I'm very.
And then next week is going to be just the morning.
Just the morning.
And then the week after that, it's going to be
nothing. That's what I'm hoping. So I am adjusting to it. But you know how hard it is Tuesday. I take them Tuesday night, and I take it once a week. Mm-hmm. It's so hard to take those pills on Tuesday night.
Because you know
you're going to get sick.
Yeah.
But you know what? I mean, I have to do it because I have seen the results. I mean, mm-hmm. I have been much better on it. So, mm-hmm. And yeah, started feeling better this afternoon. So I'm very, very happy that I'm adjusting to that.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
You look good.
Well, thank you.
Doesn't he look good?
Thank you for pointing that out.
Especially compared to other Wednesdays. No, you looked.
I'm like, do not even look at me.
You looked a little rough this morning. Just as well I was camped out in bed the whole day, probably.
Yeah, right. Well, look, we have some business to take care of before we get on to our topic today.
We do.
We have a giveaway winner to announce.
We do.
Have some cards to open, and we have a very special birthday shout out today.
We do. What do you want to do first?
The birthday shout out.
That sounds good.
You know what? This shout out goes to a gentleman who has been one of our biggest supporters. You know, he's so very active on the channel, on YouTube, over on Facebook. He's so creative too. Oh my gosh, he paints, especially these cards he makes. They're just so beautiful. I have one that he sent us for autumn. Yeah. With a pumpkin, and I framed. I was going to show it to you, but I packed it away already. Yeah. But I framed it. It was a postcard that he painted, and it's so nice. Such a nice guy.
He's one of our moderators too. Actually,
he
helps us out with the chat.
Yeah, one of our moderators and everything. Yeah. So, Jay Thomas, happy birthday to you. Now, by the time you see this video, your birthday's probably almost over. So I guess we'll just say, we hope you had a good day.
Hope you had a good day.
Yes. In fact, why not? You know
Have
what?
it again tomorrow.
Yeah, do it. Yeah, exactly.
It's 2020. We all deserve 2 birthdays.
Yes. Is that declared?
So let it be written. So let it be done.
That's a gavel.
That's your gavel?
Yes. Yeah. Because
don't hurt yourself.
Now wait, I gotta make a quote. Who can I quote?
Is that what you keep on hand in case strangers come to the door? Hey yo!
As Miss Hussey would say, ain't nobody better. Jay, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
All right, you want to open some cards?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we have a couple to open. Here they are.
Okay. Let's see. I will go first.
Good stuff. This came the other day.
Alright.
Check that out. Oh my gosh.
It's
so easy.
Flamingo. Flamingo. To Steve and Mark, warm and friendly wishes for Christmas. Merry Christmas, Mary R.
Mary R.
California.
That's
Thank
awesome.
you. That's very
cute. Oh, I
cute.
love it.
It's going in the box.
Yes. Okay. Ooh, look how pretty this one is. It has owls on it. You like owls.
I do like owls.
Okay. To Steve and Mark, wishing you joy upon joy this season. And then, je vous souhaite, then there's French. And I'm not yeah, I'm not going to embarrass myself.
I don't speak French very well. That's all I
Merry
say.
Christmas, and let's hope 2021 is better for all of us. Love, Tim.
Thank you, Tim.
That's Tim L.
Yeah.
Tim L.
I know who you are, Tim L.
I know who you are, too.
And thank you.
Well, your YouTube name. Yes, thank you so much.
Yes. And last one I got. Happy holidays.
Ah!
Happy holidays. Warm holiday wishes to you and yours. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from Michigan. I really appreciate your honesty and openness when discussing your mental health and the stigma around it. Love, Sharon. Sharon M.
Sharon M.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very on topic, actually.
It is.
With what we're going to be talking
yeah,
about.
with what we're going to talk about a little bit later. Put it in our box. Good stuff. It's getting full.
It is getting full.
Yeah, I got to start hanging these up in the background. I'm going to do that. Maybe next week we'll do that. That'll be cool. Oh, thanks, guys, so much. It's so nice. Our first batch went out today.
Fun cleaning the car then, and then all of a sudden you have to clean it twice. It was supposed to stop snowing like 4 times, and it didn't.
Yes, we got
Just
a huge snowfall
traced
today.
to an inch, they said.
Yes.
Just a little bit on the grass, they said. 4 inches of snow later, I said.
Oh, at least. At least. Oh, yeah.
Not
I
like I
woke
had
up,
anywhere
it
to
was
be,
like a
but-
winter wonderland, and it continued to snow the whole day. In fact, it just stopped, like just now.
Yeah.
So now the shoveling or sweeping begins. But he's just like, well, the temperature's going to rise, it'll just melt.
Yeah, and I don't mean like June. I mean like tomorrow. The temperature's going to go up. It'll just melt.
But I have to go out in the morning, like 8, and, go down. So I'm just...
Well, we'll clear up. It'll be fine.
we will. All right, let's do our giveaway, okay?
Okay.
Because, so we're right smack dab in the middle of our holiday mystery giveaway. The mystery being, you never know what day it is. Every day in December, you have a chance to win something. Y'all, we have tons of prizes. Gift cards, gifty items. We got e-codes for like authentic jean jackets. There's a ton of prizes in there, right? And so you won't even know what the prize is until the day of the giveaway too, all right?
Mm-hmm.
So we had that yesterday, all right? And to enter, you just had to comment below. And Steve has the randomizer all set up here.
I do.
And ready to go. So, and that
Okay.
you want to tell them how that works?
Yeah. You go to the page where the video is on, and then you copy the URL, and then I'm using commentpicker.com/YouTube, and you put the URL in, and it gives you, click. All right.
And then it go
20 or 85 total names. So there were 85 unique individuals on
comments. Okay.
there. And then pick the winner.
And then it like...
And all your names shoot this way and that way. And the winner is Ann Penders.
And Penders! Woohoo! Congratulations!
Well, I do love my card. You guys are the best.
Oh yeah,
Congratulations,
Ann B,
Ann.
we got a card. That's
Yeah.
right. Oh man, you just won a $20 Amazon gift card. So get in touch with us. We'll get in touch with you, however you want to do it, and we'll get this to you, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's so cool. I'm so nice. Congratulations, Ann, and thank you everyone else who entered. Oh! What the heck is happening?
Cheap ass electric. Work sugar. Oh no, it's another prize.
Back
Another
to
giveaway.
back giveaways.
Back to back.
Okay, back-to-back giveaways. Oh my, see, this is what I mean, the mystery, you never know when it's gonna happen.
It just keeps on coming. It just keeps coming.
We got our prize basket here ready to go. Oh, all right, you want to pick?
I'll pick.
All right, you pick.
Okay.
All right. You got the tin. Ooh, you got the tin. Okay.
All right. True mystery, value at least $25.
Oh, so this is a true mystery prize.
So you don't know what you're
even
gonna
know what
win.
it is. Oh, but the value is at least $25. So we'll do the same thing.
Yeah,
right?
comment below. I loved people who commented the word below. So awesome.
Yes, it is.
You comment anything below. A heart, a smiley face. Haters, you're welcome. Leave slander. You win, you win. And then we will do the same thing. Pull the random comment, and I'll announce it tomorrow.
Yeah, sounds good.
You'll find out what you won, and you'll find out if you won.
Tomorrow.
Mm.
Ooh, back-to-back giveaways. Oh,
Good
so
stuff.
quite honestly, I don't even... The mystery is for me, too. I don't even remember everything that's in there, and I'm the one that put this all together.
Yeah.
But they're pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. So, all right. I guess we should whoosh and get a little serious and have some real talk.
Yeah, we'll do a little bit of that.
This is part viewer request. We had quite a few requests for a video like this, and part we wanted to do it as well, you know. So, how about why don't you introduce it?
Why don't I introduce it? Well, the holidays. Even if you don't celebrate the holidays, we'll say the winter, at least here in the Northern Hemisphere, can be a challenging time with mental health for a lot of folks. Particularly folks who deal with well, depression can be a rather strong one to deal with. I cope with it. Mark copes with it. A lot of you may cope with it to varying degrees. So, kind of wanted to open up a discussion a little bit about depression. There's some different kinds of it, some tools and some resources to kind of take care of ourselves during this time.
Yeah.
A lot of us, for any number of reasons, possibly COVID, possibly not, are going to have to be taking care of ourselves over the holidays. You know, we may not have family connections, supports, other people like that. I was doing some calls today on folks, and there's people who live in group living arrangements that are isolated to their rooms, and they can't go out. So finding our own little happiness and our own little sanity would be a good tool, I think, this year.
I think so, yeah.
So just to, again, in the interest of keeping it casual, we're talking about mental health concerns. We're not talking about morals. We're not talking about values. We're talking about conditions people live with and hopefully can live well with a little bit of support, a little bit of technique, a little bit of professional help if you need it. So we're just gonna dive in and have a talk.
And you know, like as always when we do videos like this, you know, we're certainly not professionals at all, but we both have a lot of lived experience with this topic, and we both work in fields where we have helped people with depression and with anxiety, with some mental health issues as a peer, you know, and so I'm glad that we're having this discussion, and I'm glad we're opening it up too, because out of all of the comments and the letters that I had received about this topic, the overriding thing is the holidays are coming. I'm getting more and more depressed. What do I do? You know, and it's no secret that I think this year, I mean, with everything that's gone on this year, and we're kind of at the head of it now. You know, this is the end of the year. It's the holiday season, you know, and it happens. You know, I've been struggling a lot recently within the last couple of weeks with my mood. Going up and down, mostly down. I'm more of a depressed type of person. So I'm glad that we are talking about it. And you brought up a good point about depression, you know, because I asked you, I didn't even know, like a couple people had mentioned SAD, and I haven't suffered from that, and I didn't know what it was, so to speak, so I had to do a little research on what it was, and then I asked you, is that depression? Is depression part of that? Is that part of that? Is bipolar part of depression? And you spelled it out pretty good for me.
There's a few that all overlap. Now, you, of course, can check out the National Institute of Mental Health and get proper definitions of these things, or the DSM-5. They're there. They rewrite it every so many years. But, you know, basically you have the, like, clinical major depression, unipolar depression, long bouts of sadness that don't improve over a certain period of time. That's how a shrink would make a diagnosis. A psychiatrist, I should make that kind of diagnosis. And again, this is coming from peer to peer here. We're talking about depression because we've both dealt with depression, not because we're experts on diagnosing depression and such and such. There's bipolar depression that comes with bipolar disorder. So I, for example, have bipolar 1. So I have depressive episodes, but I don't stay in a depressed state. It's not a static state for me. I tend to move up and down. Seasonal affective disorder, which tends to affect people at a depressed time during the winter months.
That's what I was
saying.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying, even if you don't celebrate any of the holidays, you could still be susceptible to seasonal affective disorder because the seasons don't care.
It was fascinating learning about it. It was fascinating.
And then there's peripartum, postpartum depression that comes along with that. Psychotic depression, which would be if you experience depression but also have some psychotic features, like maybe you hallucinate, or visually, audio, anything like that. So some other features that could come with it. The most and then there's just, it's not a technical diagnosis, but situational depression. Has anything just really bummed you out over a long period of time? Let's say the loss of a loved one or something. Now let's say you passed away and I was still sad a year and a half later. Beyond sad, like I can't function, I can't work, I can't get back to the routines of my daily life. That fine line between I'm grieving and then I can't live because it's so much. So it can dovetail into depression, you know, sometimes. I've seen people do that in my life. So there's a lot of shapes and colors it can take. There's a lot of things that can provoke it. And while I've sat in groups with folks talking about this, diagnoses, you know, people raise, hi, I'm bipolar. No, you're a person with bipolar.
Yes.
You're not cancer, you have cancer.
Right, right.
But even though we all have different diagnoses, the feelings are a lot of the same. And a lot of the techniques to pick ourselves up and kind of take care of ourselves and ask other people to help take care of us are the same regardless of the diagnosis.
Kind of across the
So
board,
if you hear the word depressed and you think of yourself,
yeah,
it's worth listening in for maybe some of the things.
Sure, yeah. And I mean, I think we're talking, you know, I guess,
situational.
as an umbrella, you know, we're talking like, well, just basic depression, especially during the holidays.
Yeah.
And I have put together a list that I kind of came up with of strategies that will help cope with depression. That I've used myself.
Yeah,
you know,
these are things
I didn't like. These aren't like
you know, Google list.
Right,
we tried
yeah.
to find ones that only I can say worked, and again, only worked for you or only worked for me.
Right.
Because there may be some on your list that are not mine because they might have been life saving to you and
nothing
didn't do shit for me.
Right.
But that's the nature of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's so individualized too.
It's like prescription medicine when you take it. Stuff that might, you know, make you feel 100% better could give me lockjaw. The same thing with personal medicine and these other things that we do.
Yeah.
So.
But I had found, you know, I think a lot of people might relate to this. I had found myself being down, being depressed, and wondering why. You know, like looking around and being like, well, why am I depressed? And then seeking reasons why not only I am depressed, but should be depressed, you know, and justify it. And that can dance around in my head a lot. And when I get down, one of my symptoms, something that goes along with it is repetition in my brain, repetitive thought, you know, over and over again. The repetitive song syndrome.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and it can be quite debilitating and quite distracting, to the point where I even came up to Steve, this was last week though, I mean, it has since gotten better, where I'm like, I don't know, is this considered like hearing voices? Or, you know, because the repetitive song kept going over all day, all night, go to sleep, wake up, picks right up. Nothing that I can do will stop it, and it sounds like a speaker in my ear, and nothing I can do will stop it. You know, so I got a little concerned about it, you know, so we did do some research, and it can be a part of depression. It can be a symptom of depression, among other things, too.
Yeah.
But the ruminating thoughts can be, like, devastating during depression. The techniques to help that are, like, few that I have found, you know.
Negative self-talk goes with that. You know?
Negative self-talk.
I deserve to be depressed. This isn't even depression.
Yes.
I'm just lazy. I'm just shiftless.
Yeah.
I just can't get out of bed. There are people who are paralyzed that would kill to get out of bed, and I can't get up because I'm sad.
Yeah.
God, I'm pathetic.
Yeah.
And it snowballs on itself.
Yep.
And
it does.
The alarm only went off 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
It starts early sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's challenging. I'm most off guard first thing in the morning because I don't have my game face on. I was just shocked out of sleep by your alarm.
Yeah.
And I get a nice peaceful hour in that minute between when you're up and I have to get up.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's really, really important to just kind of piggybacking on what you said earlier. You know, having depression does not define who you are. So often I did exactly what you just said, and I had it defined me. I was depression. I was not a person that was suffering from depression, and it made me feel bad. It made me feel bad about myself. It made me feel bad how I thought other people were viewing me too. Everybody else knows. Everyone else thinks this about me, you know, all under the umbrella of depression, you know. So, I don't know. But, I don't know where I was going with that, but I'm thinking some people can relate to that.
Yeah, I think so. There's a lot of depression clusters with other things, too. I mean,
that's where I was
it's
going.
not all it
thank
is.
you.
It's what they call co-occur.
Yeah.
You know, with substance use, obvious, hello, table for two. With anxiety, with other, you know, mental illnesses that go with it. So sometimes it's a little bit country and a little bit rock and roll.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just one thing going on its own. So you're spinning a few plates to try to keep yourself head above water.
Right.
So it can be a little challenging.
Some of the strategies, and I wrote them down because I didn't want to forget. Some of the strategies I'd like to share some of these strategies that will hopefully maybe boost your mood a little bit, maybe help with depression. It can help with sad. It can help with depression. And like Steven said, it might go across the board with anything that you're dealing with, because I've used these for all of the above. But the first one, and for me was most important, was the revelation that I was not alone. Mm-hmm. And I don't mean like alone, that I have support. I mean that I'm not alone. Other people deal with this. And it helped a lot, actually, because, I guess the truly selfish person that I am, mm-hmm. I am the only one that feels this way. I am the only person that deals with this.
I know, you're
no one understands.
Yeah, no, that's what I say when I get sick. I start to get a little self-centered.
Yes.
So I say I can't think about anything else other than how I feel. And so I don't care how you're doing. Can't you see I'm dying inside?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
just
know.
saying.
But no, you're not alone. Other people definitely deal with this. Mm-hmm. And on that note, ask for help.
Yes, this is important.
It is.
This is very important.
I know. I remember when I first got sober and I started to go to meetings, and they said, the hardest thing you'll ever do is pick up that phone. It's the heaviest thing you'll ever try to lift up. And it's true. It's very true. It took a long time to get to the point where I was able to freely ask for help from someone.
Yeah.
And, it can be a friend. It can be a peer. It could be a sibling. It could be anybody. There are people out there that you can ask for help. Mm-hmm. Don't keep it to yourself. That was the one thing that helped me a lot, because I kept it all to myself.
Yeah.
And then, moving along, kind of, and this, you can expand on this.
Yeah.
It's not endless. Okay? It will not last forever in most instances.
Yeah, most of the time, it's temporary. Mm-hmm. And sometimes we can help it in duration if we find something that works and we're able to do it. Yeah. And I'm not just talking about go to the doctor, take some pills. Certainly that's a big portion of it. It's a very large part of my recovery. Probably half. And if all I did was take my pills, I'd probably stay out of the hospital.
Yeah.
But it's all the other stuff that goes with it,
mm-hmm.
To try to stay well. And I think it pushes it. It keeps my episodes shorter and less severe. So it doesn't fix everything.
Right.
But it makes it more manageable, so I can have a life outside of it. So it's not forever, but it doesn't go away. But It's not forever. Some people do make a full recovery.
Oh, absolutely.
What I would call a full recovery.
Mm-hmm.
And God bless them. I'm not quite there myself.
Mm-hmm.
But it does. It's usually not forever.
Right. Yeah.
It just feels like forever.
That was going to say.
It just
feels like you're never going to feel any different than you feel right now.
And you never will and you don't ever remember feeling happy.
Yes.
You've been happy, but you don't remember ever feeling happy before. You just can't. All you feel is your heart is touching your spine.
And then these are some tips that have helped me to, make an easy to achieve goal. We have actually talked about this before. It's one of the things that I do when I'm kind of getting freaky a little bit, getting down,
mm-hmm.
certain things. I'll make a series of goals that I can complete that are very, very easy. And I mean easy, literally making the bed.
Make your bed.
It's something
mm-hmm.
that, and I encourage everybody to make a list. Right on the list, make bed. And then make the bed, and then come back to the list and check it off. Mm-hmm. There have been studies on that actually helps you. It actually makes you feel happier.
It's like one of those nothing succeeds like success.
Right.
So give yourself a chance to have an accomplishment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I had a trusted friend. I used to participate in 12-step programs. It was one of the things I used to do to support my drug and alcohol recovery. And she was a friend who had said, first most important thing about getting sober, get up every morning and make your bed.
Make your bed, yeah.
Make your bed. She was like, your whole life is an unmade bed. I was like,
that's interesting.
That's a good analogy. Well, that's kind of an ouch, but she's right. So every day ever since, I've never made my bed as a kid, ever. It's just going to get messy again. That attitude didn't get me very far past my 20s. So.
Yes. And also things like, you're a big component for this,
mm-hmm.
and I joined a little later on this, getting light in the morning, literally
Yes.
getting light, a sun lamp.
The sun lamp is good.
Yeah.
I have, again, bipolar disorder, so I'm under the care of a psychiatrist. It's, again, one of the things I choose to do. So I double check with my doctor about using the light. But for seasonal affective disorder, people have said that they've had good success. For depression, early in the morning, just to kind of wake you up a little bit. In the summertime, I'd go out and have my coffee on the porch and just get half an hour. I'm not staring at the light. I'm not staring at the sun.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Nobody said do that. Certainly not the guy on YouTube in the meow hat. But it's something that helps perk up. It helps switch the brain off from like nighttime to daytime. I find it to be helpful.
Literally, it you know, in your brain, the chemicals in your, it does something to the chemicals in your brain too. Sunlight kind of suppresses the chemicals that induce sleep and downtime.
Yeah, kicks off.
I can't remember the name of it.
I believe, and I can be fact checked on this because I should have been 100% before I got on camera. It kicks off melatonin and kicks on serotonin production.
Yeah, I couldn't remember the name of it.
And it can help kind of
Google it,
keep that moving along.
It is true, but I just couldn't remember the name of that. Name of it.
If you're under the care of a doctor, talk to your doctor about the sunlight. If you're not, give it a shot.
Yeah, give it a shot.
We're all in charge of our own healthcare, so we don't need anyone's permission to do anything.
You know, especially on those gray mornings. Oh my gosh, we have our lights here that we tape with, and then we have the sun lamp too, and I will turn it on, and it's
fluorescent.
It helps.
Now
it helps.
it's a little bright blue, but you know it's have your coffee.
Yeah,
you know it has to be shining on your eyes. You don't have to look at it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice. And then, you know, here's a good one. Do something for someone else. Oh, absolutely. Definitely.
It's a mood lifter.
You know, do a chore for someone else. And you might do the dishes if it's not your time to do dishes. I don't know. Make a little care package for a neighbor and take it to them. You know, doing something for someone else helps a lot as well. Now, the next thing I have written down here, I just put down home improvement. Now, for a lot of us, we're working from home, and we have been for quite some time now. And, you know, take some time to look at your surroundings, you know, and spruce it up a bit. Change it up. That's why I'm always pushing decorating for the holidays. You know, you're spending a lot more time inside now. Do something to kind of elevate it a little bit, you know? Do something to make it look nice. A change of scenery, you know, a positive change is really, really good. I have written down here something interesting. Maybe this is the time to invest in a standing desk.
Could be.
You're working at home more often. You're working from your bed more often.
Yeah. You think laying down all day would be nice, but
something like that also
just to work, it's not.
Yeah, right. Something like that, if you invest, say for example, you would buy a standing desk, you know, you're making an investment in yourself, in your surroundings, you know, you're buying something for yourself. It's just a win-win. And I do think, I'm all for making ourselves more comfortable in the place that we are, you know, like we rent, but I don't mind painting walls. I don't mind, you know, adding, like, doing stuff that normally the owner would do to improve our surroundings.
I had a friend, I was going through a really rough time when I was still living in Philadelphia. You weren't around yet. And I was single at the time, and I was drinking and nuts and all sorts of stuff. And the one time I had called a friend, I said, can you please come over and help me clean my apartment because I just can't. And it had been like a month or two. I felt so much better after, one, because a friend came over.
Nice.
Two, because she helped, you know, which meant I was worthy of receiving help.
Yeah.
And then it was clean afterwards. It felt like I had a fresh start.
Oh,
so
cool.
it just kind of cleaned everything up a little bit.
Yeah.
And after that, I remember I used to try to keep the apartment date ready.
Uh-huh.
Like clean, smelling good, light a candle, you know, and I would do that for myself in the evening sometimes. I count. I deserve good lighting. And,
yes, you do.
And candles and clean clothes and nice sheets. Ain't nobody better.
Yeah.
Yep. So,
and that's true. Bread brings to, you know, engage your senses. Absolutely. Scent is a big one. Light a candle, you know, do our simmer pots. Those are cool, you know. Create a happy playlist. Music has been proven to elevate mood, and it does help. And it's one that I always forget about. I always do. And every time I put on my favorite song or my playlist, it helps. It's just another one of those things that helps, that's all, you know. And we absolutely can't forget about, you know, professional help.
Yeah. Professional help, especially if it's getting out of your control.
Yes.
If a trusted friend or confidant or family member says to you, "We're concerned," would you be considering? Before any of us say, "Shut up and leave me alone, it's none of your business," because I can get a little defensive.
I can too.
Just be willing to listen. Not agree to anything necessarily,
Right.
but be willing to listen. And receive that sort of feedback for it too. Not a lot of some people don't go the traditional routes. They go through peer support, and not even as an official service. They attend group meetings, like support group meetings through the National Alliance on Mental Illness. They go to 12-step programs. They go to all sorts of different organizations and find help and recovery there. And they don't go the medical route at all. But the medical route is definitely an option that's there.
Yeah, an option that shouldn't be overlooked. You know?
It shouldn't be overlooked, and it's not always accessible if you live in a rural area, don't have insurance. You know, there's a lot of barriers to it. But look into it. Yeah, look into it and see if it's for you. You know,
I would too. I would, yeah. And last one, well, you know, boundaries.
Oh, boundaries.
This is a good one.
The power of no.
Very, very good one. Yeah.
No is a complete sentence. Now we're talking holidays, too.
Yeah.
For those of us among the holidays. And, you know, family gatherings, and you run into Uncle Bob, who starts talking about politics.
Yeah.
And then Aunt Karen, who, you know, is a little bit of a Karen, you know. What do you do? How do you avoid it? Do you do anything? If we need to take care of ourselves, it's perfectly okay, I think, to say, no, I can't attend. No, I can't do it. Yes, but I'm leaving early. Yes, but I'm driving myself. One of the things I always used to do for my own, like, personal recovery, drive myself to family events. That way I can leave when I'm ready. I'm not standing by the door, looking at my watch, thinking, I've been mentally uncomfortable for like 45 minutes. Yeah. And I don't want to talk about it. I just want to get out of here.
Right.
I'm done enjoying this.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of social, you know, occasions, social anxiety also is one of those things that can get to me big time, especially in having like a dinner or a family gathering or a big gathering, whatever, you know. And I always try to ahead of time know my exit strategy. I may need it, I may not, but it makes me feel better to know that I have a plan if I need to get out of the situation. Yeah. And that comes with what you said about saying no or setting boundaries. I'm going to come, I'm going to spend an hour. I'm going to come, but I'm going to drive myself. I'm going to, you know, like that type
Visiting
of thing.
relatives in time of COVID. You know, I love you, but I don't want you to get sick, and I don't want to get sick.
And you're not a bad person for setting these boundaries up.
No, and people, depending on the person you're setting a boundary with, may have some guilt they want to throw your way, and that's their prerogative to do. But if it's something that we're doing to take care of ourselves, to look after our mental health, to look after our physical health, then that's what we need to do. Yeah. And we have to just ask people if they have a problem with that to understand. To understand. They're going to have to understand. Yep. Because that's how it's going to be.
And then thank them.
Yeah, you know, thank them for it. And that's all you pretty much can do. But I'm a big believer in the power of no. I do an hour workshop on boundaries and all the different kinds. Like
I learned boundaries through him, actually. Well, we had a therapist that helped too, but I did learn all about boundaries, and it's been very helpful. Yeah. You know.
It gets like, it's become more of a casual discussion of boundaries. It's kind of nonchalantly like, no, I'm not doing that. Right. Yeah. And it's giggle. Nope, you're on your own. Sorry, and it goes both ways, too.
Yeah, it does.
It goes back and forth. But that's, you know, that's the compromise of the relationship. When you have boundaries, you have to compromise. But that's the romantic slant of it, too.
Definitely.
But don't promise yourself to make 10 dishes for Christmas dinner. Don't say no. I can make 2. I can make 1. I'll send you something from Boston Market. That's what we're doing this year. We're ordering pizza this year. We're not doing anything like... It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
People will understand. In 5 years, if anyone still brings up that selfish Christmas where you stayed home because you were...
Not well.
Because you weren't well, cut them loose. We spent Christmas, our first Christmas, in rehab together. It's nothing I'd want to do again. So if we stay well, we don't have to.
Yes. Very true.
We don't have to. And if I stay well, you don't have to come and see me in the psych ward on Valentine's Day or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, there's perks to taking care of ourselves, even if it's messy and even if people don't understand sometimes, and even if people think you're just lazy or crazy or a wild child or a free spirit or whatever.
Yeah.
And you can be that too, but,
Yeah.
you know.
I think, like, definitely to tie everything up, you know, so to speak, in our discussion today, I think
to bring it all home.
Probably the most important thing, I think, to remember, my suggestion or advice or strategy would be, whatever you want to call it, is to be gentle to yourself. Definitely.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yes.
Gentle. Don't coddle yourself.
Not coddling, but give yourself a break.
There is a line.
Be kind to yourself. Give yourself a break. Be gentle with yourself.
Yeah.
You know, it's okay. It is okay.
Yeah.
Give yourself permission to feel the way that you're feeling. You're not only allowed, it's your right.
It's your right.
And you also have the right, and you're worth it to try to get better.
And you're worth the effort it takes to try to get better, too.
Yes, that's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
Thank you. I never have the right words. But, you know, we can be so hard. We're our worst critics. We can be...
You just did. I never have the right words. Mid-sentence. Did you see that? Mid-sentence. That's how sinister it is. It just weasels its way in.
Yeah.
Old habits, but we just got to keep on top of it.
Yes.
As best we can, and ask for help when we can.
Yeah. Definitely. So. But, like you always say... We're here.
We're here.
I'm here.
You're here. We're here.
Bandits here.
Bandits here.
We're all here.
Oscars. We're good.
We're but a video away.
Yeah, we're just this far.
Yes.
High five. You made it through the video.
All right.
Wrong side.
There you go. Ooh, I like that. A virtual high five.
High five.
I want to do it. High five, everybody.
And we don't even need PPE because, like...
I know.
We're at least 6 feet away. So...
Maybe we'll do kissing that way. Once I get to know you a little better, we'll do a virtual kiss.
Slut. Well, at any rate, slut. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you got something out of this. Please do subscribe. Hit the like button and the bell on your way out so you get all the alerts. You can follow Mark and I on Facebook at SmokeySteveAndMarc, or on Instagram at SmokeySteveAndMarc, or on Twitter at SmokeySteveA. Our email address and our contact info is below. That includes our P.O. box for the Christmas card exchange as well. And if you send us one, obviously you'll get one back. And if you don't send us one, email us your address, and we'll send you one anyway. Yeah. Because why not?
We're cool like that.
Also, don't forget to comment below so you can enter for tomorrow's mystery giveaway.
Yeah.
And you'll find out if you won and what you won tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
During caretaking.
During caretaking, yeah.
We'll see. It's going to happen. I just don't know what we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
But we're having caretaking tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about what, but we are.
And definitely keep the discussion going down below in the comments. I'm sure, everybody, or I'm sure some people may have some suggestions or strategies of their own, or may want to vent themselves. Definitely feel free to keep the discussion going. That's what this is all about, you know? So thanks again for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the video tonight. Remember to stay safe, stay well, but above all else, stay positive, everybody, okay? Ciao! Bye.